That was a terrible, terrible fight. The worst of the war. You always figure, well, the next bullet will be yours. My name is Howard Nichola, Master Sergeant, 254 Combat Engineers. No, I didn't enlist. I got a notice to report. I was already getting married in 3 days, made all arrangements. I come home, and here's a letter. You are in the Army. I used to do plumbing for a while, and then I was doing carpentry work, making kitchen cabinets. That helped me a lot. We were on a boat going over to Ireland, and the colonel wants to find out who knows how to put shovel handles on axe handles, how to sharpen chainsaws, how to oil them, and all of that. And nobody knew how. He asked me. I said, I know how. He said, you're a sergeant. He said, if one thing is wrong, you're back to a private.
What, in your words, is a combat engineer?
One that's at the front fighting all the time. You're there when they need you, and you go.
Would you consider it a dangerous job?
Very, very dangerous. When we went into Normandy, we went in a second wave. The LST, it hit the shallow bottom. Oh, I know, we all went in, the water was up to our neck, and that's quite a ways we had to go. And Germans on the top of the cliff, they were shooting all the Americans in the head. 127 Americans are floating in there. So we shot from the LST, and then all the Germans fell off the cliff. I was in charge of all bridging, and every bridge we built, I was the only one on the bridge. When we got to a new area, the second lieutenant and I, at 4 o'clock in the morning, would go behind the German lines and measure the stream for a bridge. And then we measured it so I could order the bridge. When we take the area, then we had the bridge there. And I built a wooden bridge there, a 22-foot wooden bridge. And the American sent over 8 trucks loaded with troops over the bridge. And then the next day, the Germans counterattacked it. And their truck went on the bridge, and they're loaded with troops on the bridge, and I put about 10 sticks of dynamite underneath. And then I went to the town and peeked around the corner, and I blew it. The truck landed upside down in over 6 feet of water, and the soldiers are flying all over.
During the Battle of the Bulge, you guys were alerted to become infantry early in the morning on the 17th, I believe. Do you remember when you get that order, what's your reaction?
You know it's going to be a tough one, because that was a terrible, terrible fight. The worst of the war. Well, during the Bulge, it was 10 and 20 below, and you got to dig a split trench. When you got to do your job, of all that stuff you take off your overcoat and do your job. Boy, at 10 and 20 below is pretty cold. And you have no fire. You can't have a fire because the Germans will see the smoke. The Germans are only about 2 miles ahead. You couldn't find anything. Mm-hmm. Even on the ground, you could hardly see ahead of you. Here, the Germans broke through the line again and then split us in two. Oh no, I saw lots of tanks, lots of Tiger tanks going right by me. A lot of the men, they dig their trenches where they lay in, and they dig that down to about 2 feet, and the Tiger tanks would go right over them. And they'd come up, and they would shoot the Germans running behind the tanks. The chance they take. Well, I done the same thing. You have no chance. You got to dig it deep enough. There's no place to go. We lost a lot of men that way that time. A couple of our guys were shot that time. I was right next to them. One fellow and I were on patrol, and I had full of bullets in my backpack, and he was hit, and he fell against me, and he said, "Take good care of me, Howard." So I hollered for a Jeep. In about 3 minutes I was there, and I said, rush him to the hospital. Don't stop. And they couldn't do anything in England. They shipped him to Mayo's. I didn't know that until about 3 months ago. He called me from Texas that he made it okay. He's saying a prayer for me every night for saving his life. And I never knew he made it. I thought he died. Well, that was something.